Good morning, everyone, and welcome here at Maria 01 and to you also behind the screen. I'm Iina Salminen. I'm the head of communications and marketing at Inclusive, and I've also been operating as the project head of this I Started This campaign that also this event is a part of. Well, short word about Inclusive. Inclusive is a non-profit advancing diversity and inclusion in working life, and it was founded in 2019. Before jumping to the actual practicalities and program, I will remind you of our safe space rules that are always at place at inclusive events. So we respect everyone regardless of their gender, race, religion, political opinion, ethnicity, age, sexual orientation, marital status, language, disability, or other marginalized aspects, contributing to where we come from, who we are, and what we look like. We promote the representation of marginalized groups and welcome everyone to our community who shares these values. And in practice, this means that we treat each other with dignity and respect. We don't allow any kind of discrimination or harassment, and we wish to enable and foster inclusion here together and also with you behind the screen. And most of all, we want to encourage everyone to an open dialogue, and there is an open chat throughout the whole event in the live stream, which I will tell you more about a bit later. But we really hope to see your ideas and your questions and your thoughts in the chat. And as there's so many of us today, I think it's also important to understand and notice that we come from different kind of levels of understanding and knowledge about certain kind of themes. So for us as speakers, it means that we have to try to speak with as clear language as possible. But if still something remains unclear, please do ask us, and we will, it's important to include everyone in the conversation. And like I said, the chat is open at the live stream throughout the event, and we will collect some Q&A questions from there throughout the event. So just throw your ideas there, throw your questions there. And it would also be awesome if there's, genuine, real conversation there on the with the event at the same time alongside it. So please use the chat a lot. And entrepreneurship strongly includes incompleteness, said Antoni Aniebonam, an entrepreneur role model and a panelist of today. I think embracing our incompleteness is also a good mindset for today, because we are all here to learn and we are learning together. And as we are also breaking familiar thought patterns, we are stepping into something unknown, and it's new for us. So let's just meet each other with open minds and kind eyes. But before I left our first speaker to the spotlight, I will shortly tell you about the I Started This campaign. So we think that in our society we hold many distorted and outdated and also limiting stereotypes and attitudes about entrepreneurship. And at the same time, also our business role models have been unfortunately homogeneous. Well, where this then leads to is that entrepreneurship seems as something distinct and difficult and not relatable to many people. And at the same time, new entrepreneurs are urgently needed to fill the place from aging entrepreneurs who are leaving their companies. New entrepreneurs are also needed to solve big societal challenges that we have today, and also to create more jobs in the future. And here I want to quote our two role models, Naomi and Vanda Holopainen, who put these ideas so well in their story. they said that representation and different role models are the key to young people being able to pursue bigger dreams and not submit to the roles predefined for them by the society. And I think I really want to emphasize the fact that having role models who look like you and you can identify with, it cannot be stressed enough. In order for the Finnish entrepreneurship field and also business field to attract the best Finnish and international talent, we have to be able to normalize diversity. And we also have to challenge the stereotypes around entrepreneurship, but also our own biases. And I started this campaign was born to break these entrepreneurial stereotypes, showcase diverse role models, and to encourage more and more people to pursue entrepreneurship in the future. And the stories of our 26 role models, they break these entrepreneurial myths by just sharing their real stories about their own path to entrepreneurship and what they feel is rewarding, what they feel is difficult in entrepreneurship. But they also paint this interesting picture of who are entrepreneurs in 2020 and what are their views on entrepreneurship. And maybe we come by adding all these together, we come to a question, what is entrepreneurship in 2020? And that's also what we are doing here today. We are updating our perceptions about entrepreneurship. We are decoding the limiting stereotypes so that more and more people could pursue entrepreneurship. And we need you also in this behind the screen, so keep the chat up and running and throw any ideas what we have. And I think it's also important for the people behind the screen that you can also challenge the ideas that have been said here if needed. Because we are learning together and we step into unknown, I think it's important to, we try to create that kind of safe space where everyone could feel that it's safe for them to challenge the ideas that have been said here, so that we can then discuss it together with kind eyes. When we talk about diversity of entrepreneurship later today, I think we will talk about it pretty much. I think it's important to say what we mean about it. And we mean the diversity of demographics, we mean the diversity of identity, but we also mean geographical diversity of Finland, but also different industries, different educational backgrounds, and different forms of entrepreneurship. So together these kind of different areas of diversity, they create the whole entrepreneurial field of Finland. And yeah, we are pumped about today's program, and we will first have a keynote by Meeri Koutaniemi about rethinking the rules of entrepreneurship, which will then be followed by a panel discussion about updating entrepreneurship to 2020, and it will be discussed from few different point of views. And after the panel, we will have a 5-minute break, and then we unfortunately don't have the keynote today by Seksikäs Suklaa because he got sick. He's having a fever today, so he will be getting better at home. But yeah, without further ado, let's welcome Meeri Koutaniemi to the stage.